ColourPop Twilight New Moon. Is it any good? Let's find out. I do already have the first Twilight palette they did. I absolutely love this one. I have used it twice now. It's gorgeous. Let's see if the New Moon is any good and if it's better, because it is definitely warm tone, hence why I put on gold jewelry. The base is very warm, bronzy, so we're gonna try this out today. Now, this outside packaging, to die for. And here's the palette itself. I definitely prefer the New Moon outer packaging, and then the color story. This screams fall to me, and that is my kind of vibe. So I definitely have a look in mind for this, so let's jump in. So whereas the first palette is definitely very Edward themed, this is all about Jacob and the wolf pack. So let's go ahead and do a halo eye with this. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with the shade Paper Cut. I lied, I'm starting with some black liner first. And then we are just putting this on the inner and outer corner, and I'm giving it a little bit of a wing shape. And then I'm picking up a fluffy brush, barely tapping into Paper Cut and blending out this harsh edge. And we have to use October, November, December because it's iconic.
There's a possibility.
Same kind of thing, we're taking it on this outer corner, building it up a little bit, and also on the very inner corner. I am leaving a lot of lid space because we are going to play with as many shades as humanly possible. Going back in with our fluffy brush, I'm going to take a little bit of Senior Year and further blend these shades out. Just very lightly, like this. Also, since there's a new palette in my collection, we have the paper right here, Twilight New Moon. We are going to add this into my box of palettes for me to randomly pick one out since it is officially here. And if you have no idea what I am talking about, I have all my palettes written down on these little pieces of paper thrown into this box, and I will draw one out at random. And whatever I draw out, that's what I have to use for that day. I do already have a video posted, so we did do one together. Definitely go check out that video if you haven't yet. And I'm gonna start a playlist with those videos in it as well. Honestly, you kind of want it to look like you got punched in the eyeball. That's what we're going for. We're gonna take Soul Reader, which is pitch black, and we are going to further deepen that, taking this tiny little brush. This is actually a Zoeva brush, and it's the 240 Luxe Petite pencil. It is the tiniest pencil brush I have ever seen in my life, but it is great for detail work like this. And we're just going to deepen the outer portion and kind of make it into like a little wing. And then the very inner corner. Again, it looks like you got punched in the eyes, which is what we're going for. And ironically enough, we're taking Face Punch, and it is this gorgeous orange shimmer. And we're gonna take this on the edge of those colors, like so. Now, funny story. So this palette was supposed to come yesterday. I don't know if the mail just wasn't running yesterday or what, but I never seen a mail truck come. And I have informed delivery. So I was supposed to get like some type of insurance paperwork. I think it was my new like insurance cards for my car. And those didn't show up either. So I don't think the mail ran at all yesterday, but I was freaking out because this package said it was delivered at 10 o'clock at night. First off, the post office does not run that late here. I don't know for you guys if it does or not. Here it does not. They stop at latest 6 o'clock. And it was saying it was dropped off at 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, there is no possible way that is right. So I end up getting it today, thank goodness, but it's also like, how did that even happen? Like, you say it's delivered and it doesn't even get delivered until the following day. I don't know. I was very worried that it wasn't going to show up at all, but it's here. Now, for that inner lid portion, I'm going to take this pressed glitter called Adrenaline. Like, again, their pressed glitter formula has improved over the years. It used to suck. Not even gonna lie. I used to hate it and hated working with it. Everything about it, I just hated. Now, it goes on so much smoother. It doesn't feel as gritty. It actually grips to the skin, and I feel like there's not a ton of fallout with it. It is just so much better now. I am going to go back in with a little bit of Senior Year and just kind of blend around that glitter just so it doesn't look so harsh and unblended. I really like how this came out, but let's go ahead and do the lower lash line together. Starting off with paper cut again, we're just going to blend this all the way across the lower lash line, and we're bringing it kind of far down, but not too far, because I'm also going to take Senior Year on the lower lash line too. There's just going to be a lot of colors. Honestly, all the matte shades I did on the lid, we're going to take on the lower lash line. And it might seem like a lot, but it makes sense, and it makes it very cohesive. And you really want to focus on connecting the lower lash line to the shadow out here so there's not a big gap. Now, taking October, November, December, I still love that name, and we're gonna blend that a little closer to the lash line. Going back into Soul Reader, which is that black shade, tiny pencil brush, even closer to the lash line, basically smoking out that black liner I did, and then just re-intensifying that little baby wing. Senior Year again, tapping off the excess, and we are just hitting very lightly underneath all this, just to give it an even more blown out effect. Taking a little bit more of Soul Reader, and we're just gonna connect this wing into the upper lash line, just so it makes sense and there's not just a random line out here. Just very lightly. And then I'm not doing falsies either. I'm just going to pile on mascara because I really don't want to cover up the eyeshadow. Honestly, this is one of my favorite looks I think I've ever done. To make this pop even more, we're going to go in with the lightest shade, which is called Mood Control. And that is going on the inner corner and brow bone. So for the inner corner, I'm going to come out like right in here. I'm also, of course, my signature move here, I am taking it right in here on the lower lash line as well. And then just a little bit on the brow bone, bring a little more light. Let's finish up this look, and then we're going to talk all about New Moon. I think I have the best idea for a lip combo for this look. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in Nighthawk. And then this is the one piece of the Fatally Yours Bailey Sarian Melt collection I have not used yet. And it is the lip gloss in the shade Saint. You can't tell me this is not perfect. Lip liner on. Let's do this together. I have only swatched this. I have never put it on my lips before. Yes. Yes. I need a minute. If you see me with new profile pictures, mind your business, because I haven't changed my profile picture since I did the Glamlight Ghostface review. What was that, a year, 2 years ago? I don't even remember when that collection came out. This gives me fall vibes. If you love Twilight, you love fall makeup, you are going to love this eyeshadow palette. And of course, it is the beloved ColourPop formula. No complaints. Not a single one. Not a single one. let's go ahead and do swatches of the full palette since I didn't get to use all the shades. I used a good portion, but since I didn't get to use them all, let's go ahead, do a swatch. All right, top to bottom, we have Mood Control, Marry Me, Wolfpack, Alice, Senior Year, You're Sorta Beautiful, Adrenaline, Bloodsuckers, Face Punch, Trade Secrets, Paper Cut, October, November, December, Soul Reader, Soulless Monster, and lastly, You're Everything. You can't tell me this does not scream fall eyeshadows. I am in love. So it is only fair to tell you, since this is the only two they have right now, hopefully they do the rest of the movies, I prefer New Moon over this one. And I really like cool tone eyeshadows. I feel very comfortable wearing cool tone eyeshadows, but if you give me a fall palette, it's gonna win every time. I absolutely love these colors. So if you see me all fall using this, mind your business. So needless to say, if you love fall eyeshadow palettes, you love Twilight, you are going to love this eyeshadow palette as much as I do. I might like it a little more because this is very, very exciting to me. Just finding a new fall eyeshadow palette. I am in love. So that was it for today's video. Please like and subscribe before you leave. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.